Life filled with discipline and conditioning. With a mind focused on their opponent, every drop of sweat left behind in grueling competition, these athletes gave everything in order to have a chance of obtaining their goals. Then suddenly, in the blink of an eye, life changes and they are faced with new challenges daily. Did all of their training prepare them for the future that lies before them? Join us weekly as we catch up with former athletes and find out what life is like. WAB Sports presents Life After Sports.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Big Buck and Edwina show. We are so happy to have you guys here on this weary Wednesday. We have weather that is crazy here in Atlanta. Big Buck, how is it looking for you guys in Tennessee?
It's looking pretty good, Edwina. I'm telling you, it's been hot. It was hot today, though. It was hot, but I heard y'all had a lot of stormy weather down there.
We did. I thought they were gonna send us home, which would have been a blessing, but unfortunately, it didn't quite hit us the way it hit Florida. But it's still pretty nasty outside. Some rain here or there, but nothing hit hard in our areas yet. So let's hope we're gonna stay safe.
That's good. I'm so happy. I'm happy to hear that. I talked to a couple of my guys. They said they had pretty hard flooding down there towards Macon, Georgia,
Oh
and up
no.
towards Griffin and everything. But it said just really wasn't no tornadoes, but a lot of wind and a lot of storming. So and it said the
Yeah.
water was on the interstate. I said, wow, and everything.
Wow.
You know, but we, like I say, up here it's been sunshine and hot. We did kind of cool off later on this afternoon and everything. So I'm happy about that. I'm glad all my guys are safe. But
Yes.
hey, Miss Lady, we got a great show today. I'm telling you now, we
We
got a great show today.
do.
Yeah,
We
I
do.
got one of my good friends and long time well, not teammate. We played against each other a little bit, and good guy, man. And you met him a couple times, and
I
he
did.
played ball and played for the Mr. Harlem Globetrotters, and and everything. So gonna give you an opportunity to speak with him today and
Yes.
take him around the world and everything. But what I want to do right here is kind of play like a little clip before we bring him on and everything, and let you introduce our guest for today. Okay?
Of course.
And that might have been Paul's greatest moment as a Harlem Globetrotter.
That's what the Harlem Globetrotters is all about. It's just bringing something special to you for you to enjoy. Each and every night, I try to give my all each and every night so that they can have a memorable experience and something that they'll never forget the rest of their life.
We're gonna get out here, put on my socks a certain way. He's a constant professional, and I enjoy my time with him.
I really enjoyed the years that we did this, and I hope he's successful and hope his family stays well and love the guy.
Well, he knows that I love him, and I really enjoyed the years with him, and good luck to him.
Yes, Mr. Globetrotter himself, Paul Showtime. Yes. How are you doing this evening,
I'm doing
sir?
good. How you doing, Miss E? My
I am.
homeboy. What's going on, man? I said you engineering and everything, co-hosting and engineering. Hey, I want to first thank y'all for letting me come on the show today. I think it's one of the hottest shows out there. Y'all doing great things. Got great guests. They got great look. Except for that picture behind him, I don't know what that is. I don't know if we're doing darts or what. But other than that, everything else is good.
That is awesome. So tell us where you are now. How is the weather where you are? Where are you at?
Well, I'm in Cleveland, Tennessee, right outside of Chattanooga. We got a little rain today. We're only an hour and a half, 2 hours the most from Atlanta, and so we didn't get a lot of that storm, but we got some rain, and it was hot. It's been hot. It cooled down a little bit because the clouds, but other than that, It was a good day.
Well, we are
Sound like
happy
ice
to
cream.
have you
Today
here.
was a good day.
Today, today was a good day. Look, I'm not about to deal with you. We are happy to have you on this show. Thank you for joining us. So tell us what you have been up to. Just walk us through what life looks like for you now, and then we can kind of backtrack. And for those who don't know, and I'm surprised if no one knows who you are, we can just tell them about your wonderful Globetrotter years.
Where you want me to start? Well, right now the founder and commissioner of schools for Gaffney Athletic Preparatory Academy. It's the nation's first international teams college preparatory Christian academy for sports enthusiasts. That's someone that has a love and desire to be in the sports world. And teams is the acronym stands for technology, engineering, athletics, mathematics, and science. So we take the concepts of STEM and view them through the lens of athletics. While on the other side of that, it's showing them, the other vast careers other than the physical, the vast careers of the world of sports, like sports medicine, sports marketing, sports communication, sports nutrition. So we just connecting their love of the game to their talents and putting them together. Let them see another vision of what sports is really about.
Oh, I love that. I love that. We're gonna dig into that for sure. So, like, is the school just open for everyone? Do you recruit? How do we find out more about the requirements for the school?
Well, you can go to our website at www.gapacademy.org. And it's for basically ages 6 through 12. And we also have an independent postgrad that's for 18, 19-year-olds that maybe didn't get recruited well, or maybe wanted to have another change, wanted to develop a little bit more, or needed some grades, needed their GPA up and take, different tests they had to have to go to college. And so it's a good medium for those guys. But our high school is our bread and butter. We've been here for 1 year. This is starting our second year, and was when people are like, man, and this year alone, we playing like Oak Hill Academy, we playing some other, Hamilton Heights, we playing a lot of different teams. And our post grad itself is in a 20-team conference, and so we're giving them the exposure that they need. And some of it that they might not want, but they getting it. And so what's great about it is that, this is our second year, and we coming up with, with conference of that magnitude, high school teams that are some of the tops in the nation being able to play us, because our first year we needed everything. Our first year we were infants. We needed the bottle. We needed to change our pampers. We needed people to pat us on the back, the burpers. We needed everything. And so starting our second year, we trying to get little legs on us, but we still need that help. And one of the things that's great that, again, we didn't do everything right, at what infant does. We just trying to learn this part of the world. And but we did a lot of great things last year. And we represented 6 different countries last year alone. So
That's nice.
yeah, we did pretty good in our first year. So we plan on doing a lot better. Our school doesn't start till September, about a couple of weeks. I don't like starting before Labor Day.
I
I
know,
think
right? I talk about that all the time. I'm like, I remember starting school after Labor Day. Like now the kids go back in like the beginning of August.
yeah.
And before you know it, we're gonna be starting back in June. Like I'm like, y'all just keep inching up the days. So like I feel you. I'm with you on that one.
And you're absolutely right. And I think, just enjoy that, because by the time you get your systems going, it's a big break for Labor Day. And then you got to come back and get it started again. So just gotta take that piece out, get your mind right. People that's coming in, come in after Labor Day, get settled, and we get to work in the court, on the court and in the classroom.
And in the classroom, I love that. I love that mental wellness aspect of it for the children. Of course, me being the wellness ambassador that I am, I have to plug that. Um, because honestly, our kids deal with so much in school, you know, and a lot of times people like to say, okay, well, children don't have to deal with anything, they're kids, but they do. And so that break is, you know, helps them prepare for the next level. So I love that. I love what you're doing at this school. You know, what I'm hearing is great. Of course, the first year is always the trial year. The first 5 years, as we say in any business, is the first 5 to 10 years. But it sounds like you were very productive and successful at that, even in the first year. So I'm excited what the second year has to bring, and here on out, like that's tremendous. So what inspired you? Like what inspired what made you sit down and say, this is something that I want to do, and I want to make sure that I'm mentoring to the kids and provide this opportunity for student athletes? Walk us through what that inspiration looked like.
Well, you know, I really got this vision in December of '99. I woke up and it was like sports and education. I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't really question it as much. I just started writing, and I was still playing. I played another 6, 7 years after that. I mean, during that time. And I used to just go to different, you know, we played in every arena around the world, different sports complexes, because I didn't know if it was a sports complex with after school programs or what. I didn't have all the formula. It was just like clay. And so we just kept building on it. And then it was more of a, you know, I could see this big picture of a sports and academic campus. You know, people's like, look, cut it down, you know, take pieces from the elephant, what part? And I just really had to find out what was the seed to make everything grow.
Right.
And it ended up with the school. Because everything that we're doing, it starts and ends with the school. It's the educational piece. And, you know, to make it, my whole life was a example of the school, of really taking. Now, I would have never thought back in Kentucky, in the coal mines of Kentucky, as a young boy talking about some school. I was trying to get out of school more than I was trying to get into school. And so, but, you know, sports kept me focused because I knew this pathway I wanted to do. And especially back then, you know, Prop 48 was out there and all these other things that, you know, tried to derail a lot of kids from going to school. Right. So we had to lock in and get it. So with the school part, you know, I'm all about encouragement and education. I always been about that. I always wanted to learn, and I think a lot of times, and Buck can agree with this. We don't know about the other things in sports till it's over. You know, it's a group. I don't think you're hearing this. You're that one. You're gonna make it. Keep playing ball. Do this. And your whole life is, you know, pretty much basketball or other the sports that you're in. Instead of understanding that is so many other roles. And you know, we can Buck, or you can think about Magic is my man. So I'm gonna say Magic. You know, you see Magic on TV. Somebody cut his hair. Somebody picked his clothes out pretty much. Somebody put makeup on. Somebody wrote the script. Somebody's filming it, somebody's editing it. All these things are part of the sports world, right, that we didn't know about. Right. You know, everybody know about commentating and being on TV on that way, but there's so many other things that you can do. I mean, sports medicine. I mean, think about it. All these cooks that are out there that have a love to cook, or have a talent to cook, but have a love for sports. You put that together, you're in the sports world for 30 years and your knees don't hurt. Amen. So those things like that, hey, you know, I have no problems with the physical world of it. The physical sports is great. But those things that we can do, you know, I'm a Kentucky fan. I was signed to go to Kentucky. I know, you know, in our sport, Clemson wasn't around there during that time like that. But anyway,
King of Bluegrass.
Going down the steps. And, you know, they were rubbing the rock going down the steps. I'm just playing with you, but all the Clemson folks out there don't throw oranges over here. Anyway, but the thing is that you know, you look at it and you see somebody, you see, especially football. We take football because, you know, Clemson's real big in football. You take that and somebody gets hurt. You see 3 or 4 guys going out there and some young ladies in khakis, kneeling down, helping them. That person may not never play again in that world of sports. But those people that's helping them, that's in sports medicine, sports marketing, they're going to be there again another 30 years. They're going to see him leave. They'll see people come. They'll see people go all the time. And they just in the sports world doing what their talents have them to do. And they with the love and then the career or the world that they want to be in, and that's the world of sports. So it's so many different avenues other than just the physical side. So that's what's really the important thing about the school that we're doing. And also it's a Christian school. So we give them
Hallelujah. We should have started off with prayer. We should have started off with prayer.
The holistic. You know, our purpose every day is prepare sports enthusiasts for college, careers, and life in a holistic environment. That's what we do. That's all we do. Yeah. That's what we're supposed to do. And the rest of it, you go to the pros, that's on you. Our goal is to get you into college.
Amen. I love that.
Well, I do. I love that. You know, like I say this all the time, we got athletes on the show, is we all striving to help one, save one. And but I have a couple of questions I want to ask you. I know we talked about the life after sports and the school part. As a young man, you up in Kentucky, you know, you talk about Kentucky. What year, what age did you realize that you love basketball? Was football in your life, baseball? What year did you decide that, you know what, I'm gonna do this basketball thing?
Well, you know, now this is funny. Now I love baseball. Baseball, I watch baseball right now. If I turn TV, I can watch some baseball right now. I like baseball a lot. Football, I was a receiver and a quarterback, more receiver than quarterback. But the part growing up in that, and then, you know, I'm at that time I'm just lean. I mean, I graduated college at 185, so I was real lean the whole time. So the baseball, well, maybe quit baseball when I got to high school. And a guy threw a curveball. So it came and it looked like it was about to hit me. And it broke down. I said, oh yeah, this sport is not for me right now. Let me get out of this sport. I mean, even though right now I can still play, but you know, that right there came and I think I got hit right after that. I said, oh yeah, I can't judge this curveball that well. So that was the first thing with that. Then my junior year of high school, I wasn't playing because I knew football wise, I was a basketball was it. You know, back then we from the coal mines, we shoveling snow off the court, you know, and playing on back of coal mounds. We were everywhere, anywhere there's a ball, we're playing it. So, but we're playing football. They's like, Paul, come on back out. You know, you got the speed, you got the hands, you play receiver. I said, okay, cool. I did a 400. Stepped in, boom, hit the sideline. Hands right here. Got it. Dude came I didn't see him. Came from the side. Bam! Look, my ear hole was right here. I got up, grass. I said, oh, no, that's it. Oh, hell. I'll tell you what my dad is. I said, oh, hell no, Dad. That's it for me, football. So it kind of pushed me into the way of just going straight basketball. But yeah, that when they hit me that time, I said, my God. I mean, my whole helmet. I mean, I looked up. I said, oh no, if I'm looking at the ear hole, this is not for me. But yeah, that's how I learned that basketball was it. And plus, all those things are too cold. They're too cold outside. I like the inside where it's warm and wear shorts. People can see who I am. I don't have to have no helmet, none of that on. We good.
Right. Hey, I love that, man. Hey, every guy got a story, man. I'm trying to. When I say it's a hit or a hit by a baseball, it's something that say, you know what? Let me stick to this basketball thing. So hey, this is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna take a commercial break and got to pay the bills. we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about your college career, how you chose to go to college, and Miss Edwina, she got some more questions she want to ask after these commercial breaks. Okay, y'all hold on 1 second. Be right back.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Alexander, Psych Fit Lady, here at the Wellness Spot, your place for luxurious day spa services like massages and facials and fitness services. But did you know we now offer counseling services? Yes, that's right. It's time to come and sit and talk to the licensed professional counselor and get your massage. So whether you're an executive within someone else's organization, you're a local business owner, we want you to come and get well, because wellness starts from the inside out, and we can help you now with counseling services. So please call the Wellness Spot and come see me.
We are back, and just before we get back to the questioning, we do have some questions from the audience. But very quickly, if you are watching this, I love the Wellness Spot, so that was a wonderful commercial. If you are watching and you want to highlight your business or your organization, we have an opportunity for you. With over 50,000 viewers, we can provide you with a spot to purchase a commercial. 12 shows and 4 shows a month, 12 commercials, 4 shows a month, 12 commercials. So we will be providing more information, your opportunity to highlight your business or organization. All right, so we are back. Paul, let's talk about your college years. I want to take a couple of questions from the viewers. They said they're so proud of you and you giving back. So they love you, Paul. Everybody saying, hi, Paul, hi. And Thomas Dexter Hughes, he said, what do you all think about post-grad programs?
Well, I think it's a great alternative. I think it's really because some kids are not ready to go to college right off the bat. So some are not. Some are, not even ready to go to junior college. And what people don't really realize is that usually post-grad, you can go to a junior college, or you can go straight to a Division 1, 2, 3 NIA school right off the bat and don't lose eligibility. And the difference is pretty much with the junior college. You go to junior college, you're gonna learn, you're gonna train, you're gonna do some things, but you're gonna lose 2 years, at least one. With the post grad, you're not gonna lose any eligibility. Yeah, then you can still go to junior college and get it and get more training. But the thing is that it's just really what's your fit. And it's a lot of post grads that are not doing good things. In anything, in what you're doing now, it's supposed podcasts and are not doing great things with it. So you can't say that, you can't say that's all bad. You only know your experience. And if your experience was bad, and it doesn't even mean that the school is bad at that time. It might have just been something that just didn't fit for you. Doesn't mean that, you go run them down, because they could be good for someone else. So just the regular question, I think it's a great alternative for a lot of kids.
Awesome. Big Bob, what are your thoughts on post-grad programs?
I agree. Well, it's a thin line in there, but it depends on the child, the situation, and everything. And I think, Paul, you think it depends on the parents or the decision the child want to make? What do you think? Like post-grad, because sports is so crazy. Sports is crazy. Like, man, especially these times. Not when we played, but now, NIL and different stuff. So. It's kind of hard to answer that question. To me, it's kind of hard to answer that question.
It is, because a lot of it is that, most postgrads you're going to pay.
Yeah.
Most postgrads you're going to pay something. And just like a private high school, any kind of private institution, you're going to basically pay something. It's just if you're getting quality work, then it's worth it. Then you'll have to pay later. And that's something that you got to realize from the bat, or you feel comfortable with. You spoke about the NIL deals. Yeah, that's tough. It's tough, especially if you're a newcomer in school or anything of that nature, and they thinking NIL. We got a guy right now that's coming from Argentina, 7 foot, can play inside, outside. He's more like a Lopez from Milwaukee. Can, you know, do a lot of things. You know, the first thing they hit me with was, can we get an NIL deal? We can get the deal. I said no. My thing was, nobody know you. I mean, how somebody don't give you a deal? Nobody know you over here. You know, that's like me going over there just off the bat. So, hey, I need an NIL deal before I come. Nobody know me. So
they put up no numbers. They put up no numbers.
Right. And you know, he got some major D1s talking, you know, looking at him. Right. And who's gonna make it? He may go to the league just because what he do, I can shoot, and that's fine. But don't expect us to be University of Georgia or somebody, and you just automatically getting paid and automatically, you know, getting all these things. No, we are a high school and a postgrad. That's all we do. If you're not what you want, keep it moving.
Hey, most definitely. Hey, boy, man, I got a surprise for you, dog.
What's that?
I got a surprise for you. We got a special guest coming that want to holler at you right quick.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Hey, hold on one second. I gotta bring my man in. Oh.
That's good. It won't work. He can't come in.
He said it won't work.
Oh.
Who is it? I can't see.
You can't see?
Paul?
No. I can hear him. That's my man, Hollywood. I see his name.
You can't see him?
And he light skinned. I should be able to see him.
Not the light skin, I'm dying.
How you guys doing?
We can't see you, Hollywood.
How you guys doing?
Hey, Hollywood.
To see me?
So good to see you again. There we go.
You didn't turn on the light or something? Say what?
I don't
need
to turn the light
on.
No,
I don't see him on my end.
Well, what's wrong? I don't know. This is perfect.
But I know what he looks like.
You know what he looks like. Can you hear him? That's all that matters.
Can you hear him?
That's all
Can
that
you hear
matters. Okay.
Hey, but you know, Hollywood him and I have a special relationship. But before I even met him, we have had a special relationship.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the guys. During the time I was coming, the Globetrotters, the organization, not the Globetrotters organization, but the companies that they had Escapade, they had some other entertainment companies, and they was going through bankruptcy. But the Globetrotters was making money, and so I got caught up in the middle of that before they were signing me. So, well, I'm gonna go to church with y'all right quick. So the thing was, my minister was talking about, and get shout outs Apostle Ivy here out of Houston, Texas, New Light Christian Church. Was had a mental toughness. He was talking about mental toughness. You got to see where you want to go, and you got to get a visual of what you want to do, so it can come a reality. So what's funny, around that time, the Globetrotters was coming to Houston. I was in Houston at the time, and they had a Tide commercial in the paper, and it was Hollywood Brown dribbling. And so I cut his picture out. I cut the advertisement. There's a Bounce. I'm sorry, Bounce. I can see it now. A Bounce commercial advertisement. Bounce was one of their sponsors at the time. I cut his face out, put my face on it, behind it. Look, that ain't it. So I made a copy of it, but when I took it out, I said, oh, wait a minute, that's not me, because he real light skinned and I'm real dark chocolate. So that wasn't it. And so I had to color his arms in and his legs in. And I did it, and I copied it again. So that was my vision. You know, they talk about vision board.
Manifestation.
But that was my vision. I had to see myself in this role. I had to see myself there because it was tough. You know, you think you're about to get signed and you're about to get some, and then they talk about bankruptcy and wait till the new owner buy, and where you kind of stuck in the middle. you're just there. You don't know. And so that's why I say I knew Hollywood before I knew Hollywood. And so when I got to play with him, he's even better in person than he is.
Hollywood, did you know that story? Did you know that story?
He shared that
I
story.
know, he's been a friend. He's been a friend ever since. Somebody that I really admire, someone that helped me when I got there, someone that could sit down and talk to, very smart, very business minded. Oh yeah, he's all of that. He's everything. I mean, just a great person. When we talk about great people in a person, he's that.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
Paul,
yes.
I appreciate you, but I really just wanted to congratulate all the things you've done, and after you left the Globe to school, and I know you had that what you wanted to do, because when I was on the road, spoke a little bit about what you. So it's good to see you again, and I know in your heart a lot of stuff ahead of you that. So congratulations on a person that have helped to other kids. Remember, you. I don't know if that was a elementary school. You remember that we were outdoors?
It was in Georgia.
Yeah, right here in Atlanta. Yeah. Yeah, you spoke to the kids, and I know it was hot, but those kids listened to it, man. And I know at that time, the words you show at least one of those kids know that you changed some lives. So keep doing the great things you're doing, and Buck and Edwina show, man. So.
Oh, I love that. I love that you guys are giving each other your flowers now. I love that. Y'all don't know how much it warms my heart to see these beautiful Black men just congratulating each other.
You're right. I mean, one of the things I always say, and I tell him now, past then, certain people that you pass through your life, but certain people that you got to have in your life. And he's one of those kind of people that you got to have in your life. I mean, just all the stuff on the road of entrepreneurship stuff he was thinking about, and I'm still behind on a couple of things that we talked about that I got to get done, and hopefully it'll be out this year. We got books we got to write, books we got to do that he's been on me, and so you got to have people like that. You got to have mentors like that to push you, to keep pushing you, and he's definitely a mentor to me. I don't think I ever told him that he was a mentor, but I always looked up to him. I told him that. I always looked up to him. I always appreciate him, his family. Always loved, all those people from that Savannah area. down in that swamp.
Everybody has a story. Buck has a story. I think
I don't know, some stories we can't tell now.
Those stories. But I just shared that, and because this is Paul, but I just want to share that with you, brother.
Thank you. I'm gonna try to. I hope I can make it down there and play some golf with you.
And Buck told me you can't play.
You can't listen to Buck, man. I just don't play.
Okay.
Hey, there y'all go. And we see what I gotta do with it, Wina.
I see. For the record, Hollywood, I witnessed him. We did a putting contest, and he did real good. Yes, he did.
See there?
That's awesome. That's all.
The pom-poms over there, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey man, when you get one or two, it's okay, but when you get three, you got troubles on your hand.
I see,
I,
but I
I,
love
I,
it.
I got one other question I want to ask Paul.
Yeah.
I know we was talking about that since I got my man Hollywood. We got Showtime, we got Hollywood. Well, hey, Showtime, Hollywood with big boy. What I'm talking that window.
That's a two-time Hall of Famer right there too.
Right there, baby. I love it, man. Hey, it's getting better every week. It's getting bigger and better. But Paul, this question is for you. Showtime is up. What was that transition? I know you just told us a story about cutting out the thing and all that. So I know when you graduated from college, you went overseas and played, and when you retired from overseas, what was that process of your brain, your mind like? Because I remember when I retired in 2005, I was like, man, what am I gonna do with my life? You know what I'm saying? So I like for you to give us a rundown of, did you already knew that you were gonna go try out for the Harlem Globe? What was your thoughts on where you wanted to go as you retired from overseas?
Actually, I didn't go overseas. We stopped. I got hurt, and then I was going to the. In fact, it was funny. I was going to a free agent camp with Seattle Supersonics. Yes,
Gotcha.
I know that's a long time ago. We ain't even there no more. And then it was going through, but a guy named Reggie Dixon, airman, was we used to play at Fondy Rec Center in Houston. Like everybody down there, Drexler, everybody, Keem Olajuwon, Kenny Smith, all those guys, Vernon Maxwell, my boy. I love some Vernon and Kenny. But anyway, and so they asked me to come to camp, and that's when I first went to a camp, and then that's when they had they closed everything off because of they're going through when the companies closed down and the banks shut down and everything, and they only had a team out, and so they couldn't hire anybody, and so the next year is when I came home, and I think I already had a glimpse that's where I wanted to be. Didn't know anything about it. Didn't know, couldn't really spin the ball on my finger. Can't do it that good now, but still, I didn't know. I said, well, I'll go, Tex Harrison, rest of soul, would say, hey, son, I think you got it. You just come on in here and do what you do, and we'll make the rest of it happen. And so I went to camp. It was about a week and a half. We on the track. We running. We doing everything. It's like we ain't hardly touch the ball. Then when we did touch the ball, we balling. I mean, you got to think about it. It's guys from the NBA was there, veteran guys was there, high school, all people were tops in college. It wasn't no joke because the thing that they look for, like any company would look for, is, especially the Globetrotters, you can spin the ball in your finger, but the ball got to go through the hole. So they got to look for players. And during our time, Hollywood, in our time, we played college All-American teams, we played international teams, we played a lot of different teams that you had to get your work in. And the second thing that they look for is, if two people got the same talent, they look for and see what separates you. Your personality. They want to know, they couldn't have anybody want to choke the Pope or kick President Mandela in the leg or anybody of that nature. They had to get somebody that they feel like that could be representing the brand. And then the third thing was, what did you bring special to the Globetrotters or to any company that you do? What do you bring special? I mean, you got Hollywood Brown. He dazzle you with the ball. I mean, he can shoot it. He can handle it. He was just that guy. And then you had guys that, like Michael Wilson, that was a Guinness Book of World Records for dunking at 12 feet, 12-1, something like that. And you had Fred Smith, Herb Lang, all these guys, Chris Bruton, all these guys won the NCAA slam dunk contest. Barry Hardy was the first person to put his arm in the rim and point it, way before Vince Taylor did. So these guys, they jumped so high, they got freaking fly miles when they came down. So these guys were special. So they brought a lot of special things to the Globetrotters that, that really stuck and made everything worthwhile.
All right. Because do you remember South Africa? We was in South Africa. Nelson Mandela, where I played on his basketball team. Y'all came over. It was me, Asad Ali, Lewis Lord, God rest his soul, Black Jesus. But y'all came over and played against Ohio State in Pretoria. I was like, that's one of I was over. I said it's one of my favorite memories of the Harlem Globetrotters. Like, and that's when I got a chance to. My next question I'm trying to get to is, I loved it, but you was always the center point. What did y'all call the guy that stood at the corner of the line that did all the stuff? How did that job come about?
I was the master showman, the clown prince. They had a couple of names for him, but I was truly blessed to be in the line of Merrill Lord Lemon, Goose Tatum, Geese Osby, Sweet Lou Dunbar, Showbiz Jackson. These are all greats, and I was able to be in that role with that, and then so it was I guess my personality within that guard. And then when I came, I was going back to what was a lot of people say. Well, then what was your specialty? They just needed somebody to look good, so I just had to be in there. So that's what they needed.
That's it.
Hey, out of all these years, man, I always wanted to ask you that. Every time I see you, I forget. I was like, because I just remember because we actually just got through playing Ohio State, and that next day y'all came in and had the exhibition game with them and stuff. And I was like, me and Lewis was sitting. I was like, man, I said, well, why he, y'all. I said, how that job come about, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, he the captain, or he the captain of the ship. Mic'd up. I just thought that was the coolest part of the job.
We had so many different leaders. Like when Hollywood Brown was there, like I said, he was a leader. I was learning. They teach you that the real key parts of being a Globetrotter. How to carry yourself, how to act, how to do a lot of things that would make you a long-lasting Globetrotter, or a professional. Just some professional things. I had Billy Ray Hobley was special, rest his soul, and he's hey young fella, there's 3 things you gotta do out here on this road. You gotta take care of your feet and your stomach and keep your eyes on your luggage. and you think it's funny, but it's funny when how he said it. But if you think about it, while we out there, you gotta eat right.
Right.
You got to take care. And if your feet hurt, you can't play well. And if your clothes gone, you really messed up. So those things. I got to tell one other story. And Hollywood, I don't know if you was there. I remember we was in Canada, and Billy Ray came down to breakfast, and he had his jacket on backwards. And I was like, Ray, Ray, what's going on? Judge. And so everybody's in breakfast. And I said, Billy Ray, what's going on? He said, Judge, let me tell you, you dealing with y'all trotters, you got to watch your back.
Yeah.
Okay, Lord Jesus.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. You gotta have like that. People don't see Hollywood, he's prestigious, but he's the kind of guy. He got jokes. He got stuff that you dealing with guys, and that's what makes us so close. All of that you play in the era with these guys. A lot of guys that their personality, they are brothers. We seen people have kids. We seen people get divorced. We seen people get married. There's so much stuff that you go through as a trotter with your teammates and with your brothers. And each and every night, where we at, you depend on them, and they depend on you. So you just got to come out. And like Geese Osby said to me, I'm telling all these coaches, Geese Osby told me, and it stuck with me. He said, son, you play every game like it's the crowd, like it's the fans first, and you play every game like it's your last, and it would never get burned out.
Mm-hmm.
And for the whole 15 years, I don't care if it's a crowd of 50 or 50,000, didn't matter.
You know, that's one Globetrotters, the players. All of us are perfectionists. We perfect. So everybody have a job. We do that job. We're doing it to our house. We have to entertain that. And the good thing about the Paul just mentioned it, you know, we know but we are a family. I don't know your family. So not on that court, because we were even when rookies come in. So do the job, a title to do, and be the best that you can be. So we always look out, always help each other. And even though we entertain the audience, we also entertain our city night. There is some that happened on the court that's supposed to happen. And man, we just laugh. But it's so fun out there.
And that's so true, because we used to do stuff that happened, somebody fell or somebody slipped on the ice, somebody did something during the mall, somebody did something during the game, somebody will say something, and you're just gonna crack up. So the fans think we're laughing at what's going on, but we didn't had a whole nother show within ourselves. And so a lot of those things that we depended on was each other. And again, it don't matter if I had the mic on or not. All these guys are hilarious within themselves, and it just made it just a easy transition, an easy game, easy nights. I mean, especially we play double headers or anything of that nature. It was just what we had to do, and you had veterans like Hollywood Brown that taught you the ropes and say, hey, young fella, this is what we got to do. And you got Sweet Lou. Sweet Lou was another mentor of mine. Matter of fact, I looked up to him. They laughed at me when I was a rookie and I seen Sweet Lou Dunbar. I was like, man, that's Sweet Lou Dunbar. That's almost like magic to me. He was Mr. Gizmo. He used to reach in his afro in the cartoon and bring out something. And so that was now you living with people that you grew up with. You seeing. He was like, wow, Curly Neal and Mellock Lemon. You get to see them when they came to the arenas. And I had Coach Tex, I had Coach Geese Osby. These are legendary guys that you're able to get to know and get to see. And my grandkids, my babies, my grandkids say hello, Showtime. They want you when you come by, say hello to them, okay? Make sure you say hello to them. I said, okay, Coach Geese.
Paul is one of the most that I've ever played, and he say a lot of great things about him. Paul, in the Globetrotters, they probably had about 10 showmen, and all 10 of those guys are 11, but they were special. And whole show, it's like on a serious side, it's like the whole game, control the whole show. They call out, make sure everything is on time. We do is like first quarter, we skit at a certain time, and if it's not done, Paul will get on them. Not just that played in the past, the whole on him. So he's going to be great. 15,000 people, 20,000 people in the arena, or 1,000 people in cities like South America. A lot of pride in what he does, to be the best. And if it's not from him, he can say, man, you know that. Or I give you another example. He played with us out of court and a couple of shots and missed it. The ball, Paul shot it. Pass, but you remember that, Paul?
I didn't. You went out on me. What happened?
I was how you controlled the whole show, and everybody in the past did this. If the show is not going good, it reflects on the show. So you want your show to be possible. So if the guys at the right time, it kind of messes up the show. Don't know about that. Only the show. So Paul will get on everybody. He's a humble guy, but he'll let you know. He's explaining to the guys. Yeah. Go ahead, Paul. That's what I was thinking at Wiener.
Yeah. Paul's a big teddy bear. Yeah, he ain't gonna get on to nobody. But no, Paul, he's saying you was a beast out there when the show wasn't going. You kept everything together, and not even just doing the show, even with the skits and everything, man. He said you used to get onto him, man.
Well, I think that was just my role, what I had to do, and it wasn't that much of getting on because these guys were total professionals every night, and every night that we came out, they gave 110%. I mean, it was really magical, and I know that we're using that word loosely, but it was very magical to see those guys and what they did, especially Harlem Brown. I mean, he did stuff both hands and just, I mean, amazed the crowds every night. And so, you got to step up. I mean, now, he did all this and got them up here. We got to stay there. We got to stay at that level. And so, I mean, it was great. It was a great time. And like I said, I got brothers for life.
Oh, we love that. Well, we love all the energy that you brought to the court and off the court. Big Buck, did you have another question for him?
Well, I was just gonna say want to say appreciate Hollywood for stopping in and giving an insight on our guest tonight and spending some time with us. We appreciate that. And I got to pay the bills, so I was going to take a commercial break and then come back and let you finish up the show and everything. And I just want to send a shout out to my man, Mr. Hollywood. See you next week, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
we'll be there, and I think Paul gonna come down to the oldest thing, and we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. But we appreciate you coming on the show.
In your room, Hollywood.
You guys,
hey, he heard you. Hey, Hollywood, we're gonna have to throw a cot out there now. Just play. We're gonna get it taken care of. But we do appreciate you coming on the show, man, and showing some love for our guest tonight. We, like I said, we got to get you on here, man, and get your story out. We just appreciate y'all being a part of this, man. And Paul's doing a wonderful job in the communities and giving back to it, not just on his own community. He comes up here to Tennessee. He comes every time I call him. He shows up and shows out and everything. So I truly appreciate that, man. But I appreciate you being on the show with us tonight, Mr. Hollywood. And I'm gonna have to take this commercial break and get back and let Miss Edwina finish up this show and finish this thing out. We could be on here all night, baby. We know we could be on.
We're gonna cut y'all shut tonight.
Well, y'all hold on one quick second and get this commercial in.
Love you guys.
Otis Nixon found incredible success in Major League Baseball. He holds records for stolen bases in a single game, as well as a single season for the Atlanta Braves. He played in numerous World Series games and has the record for most career stolen bases from a non-All-Star player with 620. But as high as Otis soared on the field, his personal life hit many lows. Otis has turned these lows into his personal testimony to share with others. Through his Otis Nixon Foundation, he is providing mentoring through various outreach programs. He is also happy to come to your church to share his past and hopefully show others just because you fall down doesn't mean you can't get up. Jesus loves us all, even in our darkest moments. If you would like to help Otis spread his message, please visit his website, www.otisnixon1foundation.org. That's www.otisnixon1foundation.
All right, we are back. We are nearing the end of our show. We really don't want to let you go. This has been such a great show. Yes, so I love it. I love it. So for the viewers, any final words on any advice that you'll give to our youth or anyone on the road to just trying to find their way through sports and academics? Just give some final thoughts to our viewers. We know that you do public speaking as well, so give us your best performance as a public speaker.
First, I know I'm gonna sound like, but that's what it is. You gotta trust God, and you gotta trust what you're called to do. And everybody's not called to do the same thing. It's just like your fingerprints. Everybody's different. And you may see somebody doing something and say, oh man, they make it look easy. The reason why they make it look easy because that's something that they were supposed to do and they're doing in their life. Just have that unction that you know what you're supposed to do and what what life gives you. And you know your talents, you know what you love to do, and do what you love to do, because once you do what you love to do, it's not a job, it's just work. And you're doing God's work when you're doing what you're supposed to do, not somebody else. I talk about Buck. Buck is, what he's doing right now. He's doing a lot of great things with his foundation and doing a lot of golf tournaments and putting them on. That's just not my calling, to putting on golf tournaments. Not going to golf tournaments and doing some things and partnering with somebody like that, because he makes it look easy. When people look at him and say, "Oh, I could do that." No, you ain't got it down. That ain't your calling. And so that's why I'm calling him to help with my calling, to give us a golf tournament. But that's next year. But I all seriously, it's just seriousness is to. Life is about choices, and you live and die by the choices that you make. Make good choices, good things will happen. And if you made a bad choice, start over and start it again. You're here for a purpose, and find your purpose, whatever it is. You're a leader. You're a leader first. Everybody that's out here is a leader. Even if you're under somebody, you're leading that department. You're leading the janitor. I mean, whatever you're doing, you're a leader. So lead correctly.
Awesome. And then also, one last time, give us the website for your organization. Are you open to sponsors? I know we had a lot of viewers who are applauding what you're doing. I'm sure there are a lot of people who want to support what you're doing. So tell us how we can support.
And 100%, we are 120. Matter of fact, 200%. We're looking for sponsors. So we definitely love that. The website is www.gapacademy.org, and you can find us on all social media at Gap Academy TN. So we're easy to find. We're updating some social media stuff now. We're updating our website, and it's not too late to even sign up to go to school. We have open enrollment, and we can get you in. Again, we're playing some great teams if you're in the high school level, some national ranked teams, and also my goal with that on our playing side is to be in the GACO Nationals real soon. And then on our post-grad, we're in the we're in a league with over 20 people, over 20 teams, and we play a lot of junior colleges and stuff also. So you're going to get a lot of film. You're going to get a lot of work in. So those are a lot of things. You go on the website and get that. It's www.gapacademy.org. Go in there, get on the application. We have people working on that. And again, before we leave, I'd like to thank y'all for having me on the show. I know we, as Globetrotters, we like to talk a little bit. And so we're good. So
we have enjoyed it though. We've enjoyed it. Yeah, thank you so much for coming. We love what you're doing. Had an opportunity to meet you and hang out with you, and your energy is just infectious and contagious. So I love it. I appreciate all that you're doing for the community. I'm glad you guys are coming together because it gives you an opportunity. What I'm seeing is to share your passions and also see how you guys can help each other. So bring the forces together to really help our community and help you. So thank you so much, Paul. Have a great evening.
Big fella, appreciate you, man, for being a part of the show, my boy. And hey, we gonna go back to another commercial break, man, and come back and finish up the show. Paul, we appreciate you being on the show, man. Love you to the utmost. Hope to see you next weekend down in at Otis event and everything. Yeah. And I'll get with you on that in a couple of days, okay?
All right. Appreciate y'all. Good night. Thank you. God bless.
Night.
Have seemingly disappeared, Coach Wayne Buckingham started WAB Sports. His focus is on mentoring our younger generation and teaching valuable life skills that go way beyond the field of play. Whether it's football or basketball, he has a specialized sports camp designed to address the challenges the youth of today face daily. He believes it's all about teaching healthy habits now in order for those lessons to be applied to their future decisions. WAB Sports raises the money for these camps with various charity golf tournaments yearly. WAB Sports also offers scholarships so that these young men and women have a greater chance at success in their life after sports. Coach Wayne truly believes the best thing in life is making a positive difference. WAB Sports depends solely on donation. If you feel led to donate, contact Coach Wayne Buckingham at wabsports4@gmail.com. That's wabsports4@gmail.com.
Awesome. And that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
What a show, man.
What a show. That was an amazing show. So very quickly, viewers, again, as you said, as you heard in the commercial, WAB Sports, all of Wayne's initiatives run solely off donations. So if you love this show and want to highlight your business or organization, please contact Big Buck to get on and get a commercial. We have over 50,000 viewers streaming from Georgia, Tennessee. And I feel like it's more than just Georgia, Tennessee, and all those places, Florida. I feel like it's coming from everywhere, but it's a lot of opportunity because we're not just streaming through Facebook, we're streaming through other avenues. So this is the opportunity for you to get your business or organization highlighted and help for a great cause because we like to continue to help our youth. So again, if you are interested in have your organization or business highlighted, make sure you reach out to Big Buck.
Appreciate that. And y'all can reach us on all social media at wabsports.com. It's our website. We appreciate the show, appreciate the guests, appreciate my co-host doing a wonderful job like she always do. Appreciate you, Miss Edwina. And we'll be back next year. I mean, I don't say next year. Next week.
Next week. We'll see you next week.
We'll be back next week. We got a show next Wednesday. Then we'll be live at the Otis Nixon Golf Tournament. What's that? September the
10th and September the 11th.
We'll be live. Yeah. We'll be back live from the golf. We got over 70-some athletes down there. You got your job. Hey, girl, you're going to do
I'm looking forward
a lot of interviews.
So y'all in for a treat. It's some amazing people that are going to be in attendance. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so we're going to play this last commercial and come back, and we sure appreciate y'all joining WAB Sports Life After Sports. Follow us, like us, share it with your friends. We are here touching lives with former athletes, pro athletes, giving them an opportunity to tell us what they're doing with their life after sports. I love this show. See y'all again next week. Take care.
every drop of sweat left behind in grueling competition. These athletes gave everything in order to have a chance of obtaining their goals. Then suddenly, in the blink of an eye, life changes and they are faced with new challenges daily. Did all of their training prepare them for the future that lies before them? Join us weekly as we catch up with former athletes and find out what life is like. WAB Sports presents Life After Sports.